Hi guys, Richard here. Today we're going to do some sideways rolling funnels. We'll start with a demo and then I'll show you some of the exercises that you can do to get this maneuver down. So that was a nose in, counterclockwise. You can do the same the other way. And then you can do tail in as well. And then tail in the other way.
Machine 6.9 volt.
Okay, so if you go back and you watch the sticks on that one, you'll notice that these sticks, there's no rudder involved in doing that maneuver. So it's actually almost full aileron, and then you're just moving that elevator up and down, and that's what gets it to turn. So the first maneuver you have to do is to practice this, to learn this maneuver. So the first thing we're going to do is a 8-point circle. And it's just going to be a nose in circle, and we're going to go 45 degrees away, and then we're going to go tail to the right. But we're not going to touch the rudder. The important bit is we're not going to touch the rudder, because if you use a rudder in a sideways rolling funnel, you get rid of the energy and it doesn't flow as well. So 8-point circle. So here we tail in. There's your first point, and we didn't use any rudder to get there. And go to the next point. So what we're doing is, as we're going up, we're then feeding in elevator, and then coming off the elevator before we go round. So it goes normal roll, elevator. There we go, so up, elevator. And what you want to do is you want to spot where you're going. So I know that my next position is 45-degree tail in. And you want it to come down perfectly, exactly where you were thinking. So the next one will be tail in. We go the other way as well. .45, parallel to the flight line, 45 tail in, and then all the way to tail in. And then you're going to do this a tail end circle as well. 45, parallel to the flight line. And if you make a mistake, so let's say we go over and you're not happy with it, or it doesn't come in the right position, or it goes away, you don't start from the beginning, you just go back one and do it again. And I actually really like that. So you're not restarting the whole maneuver, you're actually just focusing on the bit that you're failing. And because we're learning to do this both ways, it actually makes sense to practice them both like that. So let's just finish the circuit. Nice and slow, really accurate, 8 points. And importantly, no tail rudder, no tail. go the other way a bit quicker. And this has got to be really, really controlled. And this is actually a really nice maneuver to do on those days where you're not feeling it. And you don't want to push the model around the sky. Just relax. And this will give you loads of confidence down low as well. And then once you can do that, we're going to do the same sort of exercise, but we're going to do it in a figure of 8. So you're going to start in the middle here. And you're going to do first a nose in 8-pointer. Exactly the same criteria, no rudder, be as accurate as you can. And then continue with the figure 8 with the tail in. Now, one of the nice things is there's no risk to the model in doing this. That's it. And then you want to do it the other way as well. I mean, we're out of battery, but you want to be able to do it that way too. Right, let's go put another pack in. So we did the figure of 8 away, now we'll do the one towards, which is going to be left rolling. And you can see that one wasn't very stable, I didn't finish it properly, so I'm going to go back. Let's do it again. A little bit better. So we're hitting those points as accurately as we can, and at this stage of learning, we're going to take it very slow. The aim is not to go around as fast as possible. The aim is to go from point to point, keep it really slow, really stable, and be really, really accurate. And if you're thinking about shortcutting this process by rushing it, don't. What you're learning here is you're teaching your fingers how much aileron and how much elevator to give. So this stage is hugely important. So as that model goes over, your fingers are adjusting, they're learning the position they need to be in. Don't rush it. And if you aren't happy with any section, just go back and do it again. Now that we've finished the 8, now we're going to go back to the circles, but you can do it a little bit faster or a little bit faster, or a little bit less accurate this time. This is just a medium pace. We're not actually getting a funnel yet, it's just a rolling circuit, sideways rolling circuit. You still want to be fairly accurate in terms of that you finish where you started. Go the other way as well. So on this one, it's not too important how many you do, just try and keep the shape. So it's got to be nice and round and still using no rudder. And we'll do a tail in as well. Reverse it. we can start going a bit quicker. So we're just going to speed up the roll rate. And it's exactly the same movement. And at least on this one, we're getting a little bit of nose down. And tail in as well. And tail in the other way. That was pretty good. So the next thing we're going to do is a 4-pointer. So it's just a sideways rolling rotation on the spot. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just going to help that control, forcing you to do it slightly differently. Same movement. So we'll put another battery in and we'll come back to this one. So we'll carry on with the 4-pointer. So that's clockwise, tail down. We'll go the other way. Nose down.
Receive at 6.9 volt.
And nose down the other way. Make a mistake, bring it back. Slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll do. Right, so now you can do the rotations like that. That means we can turn this into a waltz. So we'll do the funnel like that. Get to the first quarter and we'll just turn it into a little rotation. And carry on round. And another rotation here. Carry on round. It's a rotation at that. And one here as well. And then of course we can do nose in too. So first quarter and rotation. Oops, it's getting a bit windy now. Okay, so some really nice exercises in there. The most important thing when you're learning is be precise. So when you do that roll, know where you want to be, and if it's wrong, come back, redo it. No rudder. So you're learning to do this elevator, all the other three controls only. You can use rudder, but it's generally, if you use rudder while you're doing sideways rolling funnels, it's going to take power away, and it's also going to mess up the maneuver, and you'll end up falling in. You won't get as much lift. And in this one, we rolled over. So the model was rolling in the direction, over in the direction where it was traveling. There is another version where you roll under. It's a little bit more tricky. There is rudder involved in that one. It's almost a bit like rolling circuits, whereas when you roll in, it's easy because you kind of just drag it in, but then when you roll out, you need to kind of balance it. So it's a bit like that. It's a bit harder to do. But thank you to the guy who suggested doing this one. Unfortunately, I've forgotten your name, and I did try and find the message, but it was about 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. But I really appreciate the suggestion, and keep them coming, and we'll see if we can break down those moves for you. So until next time, cheers.